Alright people, here's video number one. If any of you follow me on Instagram, then you know that this video was coming, this channel was coming. Basically, I was watching that Gary Vee Instagram video where he talked about anyone can be a content creator. And I'd heard him say it before, but I just didn't do it. Just not knowing what I don't know, not knowing how much I wanted to put myself out there in this journey. Maybe like 2 years ago. So I always loved hoop, like Ball is Life. Always loved it. Played junior college. Maybe could have played some more, but things happened, and another story for another time. But after I finished officially, then I was like, hey, I gotta move on. I gotta get into other things, try out some other hobbies, whatever. So I tried other things and things like that, but I always just loved hoop. Even like just like skill development myself. Even like I was done playing officially, but I was like, I still liked going, I still liked working on my craft. But to a lot of people it would be like, why are you doing that? You're not doing it for any purpose, which is basically true. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make it have purpose, and I'm gonna learn proper ways so that I can teach other people. So my first move was I got certified on Michael Lancaster's I'm Possible training stuff, which doesn't really mean anything because you have to get certified and then you're able, then at least back then, this was 2 years ago, I don't know what the system totally is now, but then you got to pay a certain amount a month to be able to use all their information. Somehow I slipped through cracks though, and I had their app for about a year until it caught up, and then I got booted out. But that year was definitely plenty. I learned a ton of, like, I loved it because it was very detailed. Everything was defined, like it had vocabulary words so you could break each individual piece down. And so I felt like I was learning a ton. Stuff that you would just do, or stuff that, I don't know, just do it like this, like that didn't have any like meaning. And so to be able to go through his terms and be able to break all those things down into like very specific detailistic things was like dope to me. I loved it. So once I started learning the I'm Possible stuff. I started learning the footwork. I started doing all that stuff, and then that previous season I had coached with the local JV team where I'm at, and so that gave me like the few connections that I had. And so I reached out to some of the players and was like, hey, I'm gonna start training if you want to start training. So throughout the summer I had like a couple kids that I'd work with very sporadically, like didn't know really how to price. I wanted to train, but I didn't want to like be taken advantage of, but I didn't want to take advantage of people. And so like that's the interesting thing when doing your own business stuff though, is pricing and things like that, learning all of that. I'm still not good at it, but I think then the next summer, so next summer was last summer, and I ended up quitting my job. Just felt like what I needed to do, quit my job, and then I ended up training way more kids than the first summer. And so it was a good summer. I learned a lot. I had the opportunity to learn just from like training a lot of kids, going through that process. And then this last fall, I just went to the community college where I played and worked on the coaching staff, just so I could get some higher level experience, work with higher level players. Anyways, some of the kids that I worked with last summer and even like during that college season really validated a lot of the stuff I was doing last summer and gave me good feels for what I was doing, encouraged me to keep going. Some of the players saw success in different areas, and so it was really cool to see that. So I guess this is off season 3 technically coming up, or currently. I mean, I haven't really been able to do much training because of the whole coronavirus thing, but I'm trying to come up with roundabout ways. I think that the physical training is part of it, but I think there's so much more to the training as I learn and grow and try to find like all the avenues that I can be successful in. Like mental side, watching film, working on your basketball IQ. You can be a great skilled player and have great physical traits, but if you don't really know how to hoop, it doesn't really help you out. And so I guess maybe this feels a little rambled to you guys, but so now I watched that video. Now I'm like, you know what, let's just create content and show you guys my journey. I have no idea where it will lead because, as I said, this is my journey to becoming an elite hoop trainer. I'm not currently elite in terms of the world. I always tell players, like, you better hop on now because in the future, one, I'm going to be more expensive because I'm going to get better, smarter, and be more valuable. And then eventually I feel like I'm going to be up there with the people that I see as elite, like the Chris Brickleys, Tyler Relfs, DJ Sackman, Bazell, is that dude's name? Just a lot of these dudes, Michael Lancaster, like a lot of these guys that, as Drake's song says, your idols will become your rivals. So that's just what I see my future as. So obviously I know it'll take a ton of work, and so I'm not ignorant to that fact. So this is just me letting you guys in first look on what goes on, and we'll see where it goes. Subscribe if you like, leave some comments, whatever. But I'm excited to start the channel, and yeah, peace.